Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Press Box. Alongside me, as always, is Greg Waddell. Kyle's actually auditioning for a Broadway version of the Life of Paul Bunyan, so he's not going to be with us this week. But Greg, let's go ahead and move into the headlines. All right, Greg, let's get started with the college football season. It's kind of winding down. We sort of know which teams are going to be representing which conferences in the conference championships. One thing that's always fun to talk about as the season does wind down is the Heisman Trophy race. If you have a vote for the Heisman, who's getting it?
Well, I'll tell you who won't get it, and that's Tim Tebow. He's a great guy, but I don't like his stats this season. If I had to give one vote, I would give it to Jimmy Clausen. Obviously, he's not the ambassador that Tim Tebow is. A lot of people don't like him. But, 20 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, a 162 quarterback rating, and a little under 70% passing percentage. To me, that's the guy you give it to. Plus, he plays for Notre Dame. How can you argue against that?
I can argue against that by saying Tim Tebow's the best player in college football and the best team in college football, so he deserves the Heisman.
All right, switching up to college basketball, actually, our own Racers from Murray State went out to the West Coast and played, University of California. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, yeah, Murray traveled to Berkeley, played the number 12 team in the country, and they played them well. Cal got up by 18 at one point in the game, and Murray State really showed some resiliency and brought it back within 5. I like what Billy Kennedy's kids are doing right now. They came back from that trip, and they weren't excited as if there was a moral victory that they played Cal very close. They were angry. They knew that was a game they should have won. Had they not made 17 turnovers, they might have been in the winning column, and they might have come back from California 1-0 with a huge resume builder going into the opening of their conference season.
This is one of the few times I do agree with you. Whether you lose by 5 or 105, an L is still an L in the book. But they did play very valiantly. Cal's one of the best three-point shooting teams in the nation last year, and they held them to 1 of 4 in the first half, so that was very good.
Yep.
Where did B.J. Jenkins
Yeah,
come
the new
from?
guys. That's what I was going to say. The new guys from Murray State were great. B.J. Jenkins led them in assists and blocks. Ivan Aska, who's a sophomore, he was the freshman of the year in the OVC last season, 17 points. So even though we do have a lot of depth in seniors, Fatso and Tony Easley and Denaro Thomas, a lot of the new guys are contributing, and that's good news for Racer fans, not only for this year but for the next 3 to 4 years.
It might be ugly Saturday.
And Sean Jackson's coming in 2010.
Thank you guys for joining us this week. Hopefully Kyle will be back next edition. So check back in next Friday at thenews.org. Thank you very much.